Chile.
Oklahoma where the winds come, sweeping down the plain, twisters blow away your kingdom. Noise from the Sooner State, feel it in your eardrum. Way past the beginning and we are nowhere near done. My goodness, I'm nice with it. You can snap back, hold your hat, this how I'm fitted. Getting fueled up off your hate as if I need it. Why you take on eating lighter, people say I did it. You didn't know? When I hit the road, dog cities hear me spitting flows. Meanwhile, on tracks, I'm really not your typical spiritual, lyrical miracle, you imbecile. Going harder than a tombstone. Here lies in a method that never saw his doom, though. Joints instrumentally fired by IQ, yo. Rocking like a Lucifer track, but what do you know?
Forward and I can't go back.
Welcome all. This is the Outsiders Green Country Soccer Podcast, a podcast for, what are you doing, David? For supporters by supporters, covering the beautiful game here in Green Country. Like I was just saying, I got David with me tonight. No Josh, but David, how you doing?
Who's Josh? Josh?
Who?
Who's that? Who's that? Who's that? Who?
That's an ugly girl's name, you know.
We need a banner that says who's Josh? Who's Josh?
Well, before we get to some soccer shenanigans, I do want to give viewers out there that care. I'm not sure if anybody's noticing, but I'm wearing my Red Sox jersey tonight.
Boo!
And
Boo
I know
Earns.
David's a Yankees fan, so right now currently we're 0-0. So the Mario David Derby is going on as we speak in baseball. But look at this man rocking an American Outlaws shirt tonight. Oh man, now he's pro America.
USA. USWNT. Yay, good women's national team.
Yep, that's a star-winning team right there. But
yeah.
Well, we always talk about Pro League. Not Pro League, sorry, Premier League. But I think we're gonna skip it this week, right?
No, we're gonna talk all about it. Premier League.
I bet you will. I bet you do. We're not going to talk about
what
past 2 Saturdays ago because that was just
what a weekend, you know. United lost, Liverpool lost, Chelsea lost. Yeah. Oh, go. He's rounding third. 1-0. 1-0.
Nope. My ESPN doesn't say anything, so you are lying.
Okay.
Oh God, they did change it. Okay, we're done watching baseball for the season. It's over. I'm taking this off. No.
Let's just jump into things. Let's just jump into things. Last night, how about Michael Encian, assistant coach for Nashville SC, get to raise the U.S. Open Cup. Congratulations to El Farolito for being the amateur team to progress the farthest. They got a $50,000 check. That would be nice. But, Nashville SC, they get to race the cup. And Matthew McConaughey FC gets a little bitty medal for coming in second.
Now, I actually forgot about Michael Encian being on the team. I actually didn't even realize it was like the Open Cup Championship until Angela said something to me. She was like, "Hey, Mario, tonight is Austin FC." People don't know this, but she's an Austin FC fan. You're an Austin FC fan. And against Nashville, and I was like, okay, I guess I could watch it. I mean, it's between a couple USL games, so we can watch it, But yeah, it was a good match. Nashville scored first. Austin tied it up, and then Nashville put that last pin in there. But did he get to watch all of it, or just some highlights?
Yeah, I watched about 80 minutes of it. I missed like the first 10. Yeah, I thought Austin played really well. They had a couple moments of stupidity. The foul right there at the very end to give them the PK that put them ahead, put Nashville at 2-1 was dumb. But oh well. The magic of the U.S. Open Cup, you gotta love it.
While we were watching it, I was telling Angela, I was like, man, and I wasn't trying to like kind of brag for her losing her team losing and whatnot, but I was feeling like when we went to New Mexico and we were like 12 of us and there was like 9,000 fans there watching their team eventually lose. But when I saw the away crowd from Nashville, I was like, man, that I wish we can have something like that, make it to a cup final. I would love to see a home final, but a cup final, this man is raising up 20. I'm not sure what are you doing over there, sir? Are you throwing gang signs at me or something? What are you doing? 20.
2-0.
Oh, 2-0.
Yeah.
But
I guess I pay attention to baseball.
Yeah. Okay, we're done baseball. Baseball talk is done, okay? We'll blank off my shirt for right now. It's only the third series, so who knows? But do you understand what I mean? Just having that feeling of kind of being the away supporters and watching your team actually do something to win is kind of pretty epic for me.
I thought it was pretty bad on the Austin's crowd. They booed them through the whole trophy ceremony. I get it. It was in Austin. But, show them a little respect. They did win. It wasn't like there was no blatant cheating in the game. I mean, there was some quality time wasting. I'm talking like good MLS quality time wasting, but there was no blatant cheating. There was no dirty plays. Yeah, Nashville got a red card at the very end, but that was for time wasting. It was nothing more than that. It was dumb.
I don't even think he knew that he had that first yellow, or he would have never.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't think he had it, but he did, and he got sent off. So, the problem with Austin FC is that they have not recovered offensively since Brandon Vasquez went down. Mm-hmm. So they just didn't have the firepower. So, but hey, I'm not here to talk about MLS. I'm here to talk about the magic and the glory of the U.S. Open Cup. Love the competition. I wish they would tweak it a little bit. And this is just me. I would almost put, all the amateurs on one side of the bracket. Put all the USL and NISA, not anybody that doesn't fall between the amateur side and MLS side on one side of the bracket. Then MLS, all the teams on MLS get on the other side of the bracket. MLS will get, they play through the games, quarterfinals, get down to the semifinals, where they get two teams. A top amateur team gets to go into the semifinals, and other professional side gets into the semifinals. And then, they each get to play, MLS versus the amateur squad, MLS versus against USL, NISA, League One sides, and then the finals. How cool would that be to see a amateur side make it to the finals? I think that would be really fun, really cool. And, it'd be cool for USL side to maybe get into the finals or something, one game, anything can happen. Anything can happen. An amateur side might make it to the finals. You never know what's going to happen in those games. I think it'd just be awesome for the whole United States soccer as a whole. Yeah, MLS, you possibly could get, you're guaranteed two teams in the semifinals. All your cards play right, you get the finals. Like you get the finals every year. Well, we just spice it up a little bit.
I agree, but as fans of Premier League and seeing the way they do the FA Cup, me personally, I want to see everybody. Don't care if you're MLS, USL, NISA if it's still around in the next couple of years. All the amateur clubs all play from the first round down. The only teams that should be allowed to be advanced in the second round should be the champions of whatever league they're in. Even NISA, NASL, MPSL, UPSL. Yeah, let them advance the second round. But
I'm not saying everybody gets to advance the second round. I'm saying you play from the bracket, but you get your side of the bracket. They get, you divvy up the bracket.
Yeah, and I agree on that, but I just want to see a merit-based system. I don't want somebody.
Yeah.
And this is hold on, and I know what you're getting at, but I want to see an amateur team earn their way up there, not beat all these amateur teams. And I know it's kind of unfair a little bit because MLS and USL they have like a month or two advance of play of chemistry and stuff like that, but there's teams that they play all year round. They play in multiple leagues. They should be having their players already playing. And I know it's not fair to compare the salary on one league to another amateur team. It's not fair at all. But I enjoy what's this year a little bit. I enjoyed what the U.S. Open Cup kind of meant. So I guess we'll agree to disagree on this one.
I would love to see it be more open. Like, I want to see a Cinderella chance. Yeah, we had Sacramento Republic, make it to the finals a couple years ago. But I want to see that real Cinderella chance. Like, wouldn't that be cool to see El Farolito in the semifinals?
Yeah,
You're never going to get that.
that would be cool.
So,
But
anyways,
yeah,
Magic to the U.S. Open Cup.
Before we go to something else, I do want to ask you because I did want to ask this. What was your favorite memory of the U.S. Open Cup?
Um, FC Tulsa beating Athletic. And that's the only one I cared about.
Ditto, but I mean, unbiased aside, did you have another favorite memory?
Nope. Oh well, yeah. The fans in Des Moines, getting made
Everybody,
fun of for being the geriatric squad,
yeah,
the Blue Cross Blue Shield team of the week. Yeah. So yeah, I thought that was fun. Des Moines Menace, the whole situation there, and them going to Sporting Kansas City and playing the next pro team. So yeah, there we go.
yeah.
You did you?
You stole my thunder already. I mean, that was both picks were top 1 and 2, but yeah, that just seeing uh, basically a retired MLS All Star team play for this one Menace and stuff like that, and make it to Kansas City, and their fans giving them stick and whatnot. But stuff like that should happen more often. Kind of not just in one team, but I mean in multiple teams and stuff like that. We have enough players that are in their prime still and they're retired, but
Save that for the TST, the soccer tournament TST. Save that
I
for
can
that.
wait for that one. Well,
I,
let's
I'm still
go.
I'm still waiting. Still waiting for the 918 Brigade to put a team in that.
Yeah.
That's
After this day, these past couple weeks for me, spending so much money on my truck, I think I'm going to wait a couple years. But
well, we just got through talking about one tournament. Let's go to another tournament.
go for it.
I'm talking about the Jägermeister Cup. No, this isn't Jaeger. Sorry, it's not Jaeger. But we got a final this weekend. Hartford Athletic versus Sacramento Republic. And if you watched that game last night between Orange County and Sacramento, you could tell what Sacramento was doing. They rested everybody as much as they could. So what does that tell you what they're going to do this weekend?
They're going to be playing their starters.
Right?
Yeah.
And who do you got in the Jägermeister Cup final?
I got to go to Sacramento. I mean, they have been playing really good. I actually was surprised when I think his name is Pirano and got to play, and I was like, why? But they got subbed in. I think they're like 4-man line change, and that kind of changed the whole dynamic of that game. But
it didn't change till Jack Gurr got in there.
Yeah,
Jack Gurr, baby. Anyways, I'm going against you. Hartford Athletics going to win. And I'll tell you why.
Why?
Michi Nagalina. He's going to tear it up. If anything, I've noticed Sacramento is a little bit weak against teams with speed.
Yeah.
And so I want to see Michi dominate that game, which he will. But I'm not going to be watching it. I'll have to watch it another day because there's going to be other more important games going on.
Like what? Like what, sir?
FC Tulsa. That's
Oh,
who. That's who. Yeah.
well, I was
Anyways,
expecting it.
all right. So let's just go right into USL Championship. How's that sound?
Sounds good with me.
Well, we got officially 4 teams qualify for the playoffs. 2 in the East and 2 in the West. Louisville City FC and Charleston Battery have X's by their names, and so does FC Tulsa and Sacramento Republic. Louisville 1 in the East, Charleston 2 in the East, FC Tulsa 1 in the West, Sacramento Republic number 2 in the West, and we own the tiebreaker against Sacramento Republic. I think there's a few teams that can clinch this weekend. Let's see. Yeah, there's about six places could be decided this weekend. I think New Mexico, San Antonio can clinch, and I think North Carolina, Loudoun can clinch. So, and I think there might be a couple other teams. I'm trying to see which other teams, but not seeing it on USL Championship website without having to deep dive into everything. So, the top 4 teams could be almost settled by the end of the weekend. Let me ask you something. You got the West pulled up right there. Who's going to get that number 8 seed? I'm thinking it's a two horse race in the West for the 8 seed between Colorado Springs and Orange County. Who do you got clinching that 8 seed?
To be honest, man, I've been up and down with this match, with this prediction here. I wish for somehow that Monterey can make it, but I don't know. I don't even know how they got that last victory. It was, yeah. But I wish it could be Monterey, but to be honest, I have a feeling that Phoenix, they'll find a way to win. But yeah, I really think, to be honest, I think Colorado will take that 8 spot. What about you?
I know. I got. Man, neither team has been really playing really well in the last 5 games. You see, Colorado's 1-3, and Orange County is 2-3, or 3-2, whatever, however you want to say it.
Yeah.
So I mean, you got Colorado Springs picking up 4 points, Orange County picking up 2. I see the champs keeping in that 8 seed. So Phoenix ain't too far ahead of them. So those 3 teams could switch it up. But if you look at it, FC Tulsa looks like we need to get out of our last 4 games 2 points to get a home playoff game. We're up on El Paso right now by 11 points, and Lexington, who we played this weekend, by 12 points. So if we get a decision this week, somehow, some way, even a point, I think we pretty much clinch a home playoff game. First in the history of FC Tulsa. Got 4 games to get 2 points. So, and that's if El Paso and Lexington win out. So they got to win every single game they got left. So looks like we're in a pretty good seat to get a home playoff game, which was the goal. Top 4 was the goal. Speaking to Caleb Patterson Sewell at the beginning of the year, looks like we're going to get that. Would we like to be able to raise a banner and get that Western Conference Championship? Yes. But I think we might be a year ahead of schedule. I really do think we're about a year ahead of schedule. I think if they can keep the team together for another season or 2, I think we're going to be really dangerous next year. So, but switch over to the East. And you got Indy sitting there in the 8 seed. You got Rhode Island at 31 points. The other, You get that other team that was in the finals last year. What do you think the odds are of both teams that were in the finals last year not even making the playoffs?
That would be crazy, to be honest. From first to worst,
Hmm.
um, yeah, that I could see it, man. To be honest, no, right now I don't know why, but Detroit City for me, they've been slipping a lot, man, and I could see them lose a couple more games and they could be out of it. And Rhode Island and I can't believe I'm saying this, but Tampa still has a chance to make the playoffs in the East.
Been saying that. I'm saying watch out for Tampa Bay.
I might be on that bandwagon of yours that you've been harping on for
I,
a little bit, but
I think you highlighted that Detroit City. Detroit, there just seems to be a little bit of turmoil going on right there in the Motor City, and with Trevor James leaving and his wife leaving, I just don't know if the cohesion's there between the front office and the players and the fans right now. So we're gonna. I know the Detroit City fans have been pretty adamant about some of the front office wheelings and dealings. So I just might not be their year to make the playoffs.
just like you just said, like since they gave away Maxi, and no offense to this player because he played for FC Tulsa before, but Sheldon has been like their main source of attacking for me lately. I'm like, they had another young player playing for them that was actually doing pretty good in the beginning of the season, but something about when they gave up their general manager is just kind of went downhill after that, just like you were saying. But um, I could see Detroit City not make the playoffs, man. To be honest, right now
Very
that's not
good.
the best time to do that while you're getting a new stadium.
Right. A nice, beautiful new stadium. Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Well, so I did see one other little cool news and note about the USL in the USL that could happen this weekend. Um, Let me scroll down to it. Lamar Batista could reach 10,000 regular season minutes this weekend. Let's see, where is he at? He is at 9,949, so he needs 51 more minutes to reach 10,000 for his career in the USL Championship. So, I have a feeling we're going to see him in the starting lineup. And a good chance for him to get that. So, let's go, Lamar.
That's awesome.
Yes. Lots of people on the discipline report. I'm not saying any that are really, really like could make differences this weekend. Juan David Torres for Charleston Battery suspended. Lawrence White suspended, but yeah. Let's do something that we have not done in a while. We'll do it really quickly, and I'm going to put you on the spot, Mario.
Oh,
Predictions for a couple of key games this weekend.
go for it.
Are
Let's
you
do
ready?
that. I'm ready.
First up, Detroit City versus North Carolina.
And I'm going to echo what I just said a couple minutes ago. Detroit City's been on a down slope. North Carolina, I'll bring it back up here shortly. They're not doing that bad. Third place. Last four matches was a draw, win, draw, win. Our good old buddy Rodrigo da Costa is still playing pretty good. I'm going to give North Carolina. Do you want me to give you the scoreline too?
Just who you think's going to win?
I'm going to go say North Carolina, and I'll even give you the scoreline.
Here we go. All right. Next game with major playoff implications. Colorado Springs hosting San Antonio.
Oh, man, to be honest, I don't know who's doing worse right now, to be honest. San Antonio, I projected them to be like top 3 in the beginning of the season. And my good buddy Harry, and I feel bad for his guys because they're feeling what we've been feeling for the past couple of years, but in a higher standing. And then Colorado Springs Switchbacks, they played a great match against Hartford. I don't know how they lost it. They looked like they were on possession. I know they were missing a couple players, but to be honest, I think that game's going to come out as a draw.
Alrighty. Got a draw there. So other playoff implication games, Orange County hosting El Paso Locomotive.
Oh man, El Paso's been playing pretty good actually lately, um, but I just can't see Orange County losing though.
Yeah, that's it. Keep going. Keep going.
Was it Orange County, right?
Yep, Orange County. Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Orange County is gonna win 2-1.
Okay. So I'm just gonna give my 2 cents on this one. I watched the entire Sacramento Orange County game because it had real implications for FC Tulsa. If Orange County would have won, we'd have 6 points. If they drew, we was up 5. We still got the tiebreaker with Sacramento. I did not understand what Orange County was doing. I did not understand the whole game what they were doing. You have Bryce Jamison, one of the fastest kids in the league on that right side. Then you had Cameron Dunbar, very, very fast on his own right, playing on the right side of the ball. And instead of trying to get them out on the wings, using their speed, they had them cutting in, and they were trying to run a wing back up that right side and have them play inside. Did not understand what they were doing the whole damn game. Your biggest, you had Sacramento playing a lot of young players and some old, like Justin Portillo, a veteran that's played in the league for a long time, hasn't really played this year. So his legs had to be a little rusty. You had a young 18-year-old kid playing on the back line. You had a lot of Sacramento playing pieces that was not used to playing. And you had 2 major weapons overlapping each other, then have another player overlap them. Did not understand it, did not get it, don't know why they did it, and I think it cost them the game. They could have just ran Sacramento to death. If they put Dunbar on the left side, kept Jamison on the right, and just ran and put Zubac through the middle, I think they would have won that game. So I don't know what Orange County's doing. I don't know what Danny Stones was thinking. I was just, I'm one of those big players. You play, or big, my opinion is you play to your strengths.
Yeah.
If your strength is you got speed up out the wazoo, you play your speed and you go attack. And they didn't do it and they lost.
All I'm going to say is if we play you in the playoffs, could you please play the same way with us?
Right.
Because it's not fair. I don't know how much they paid y'all, but it's not fair.
All right. The other game with some good Western Conference playoff criteria is Phoenix Rising hosting New Mexico United.
A couple years ago, before it's this year, I would have gave it to Phoenix Rising automatically. I kind of don't want to vote for them, but I have a feeling New Mexico is going to come out with the victory. They've been hitting on all cylinders after they played FC Tulsa. It's just, and they're a pretty fast team too, and the combination plays that they do is something that I wish we kind of did a little bit more. Or we do when we have Lukic in the game and we have a lot of fancy passing and stuff like that. But inside the box is what I'm talking about. But I got to give this to New Mexico. New Mexico's on a tear here lately. They want to win. They want to be a little bit higher on the standings. I know a couple losses there and there kind of didn't help them out. But I have a feeling New Mexico's going to win this. I'm not sure the scoreline, but I'm feeling New Mexico's going to win it.
Okay. And I say the best regular season game for last to talk about, well, the second.
I know what you mean.
Best game of the weekend. The Louisville Indianapolis Proximity Association football contest. This one's going to be held in Louisville at Lynn Family Stadium. Who do you got winning the LIPAFC?
Lipak, the Lipak Cup. And I don't know if it's time for Louisville to rest their players yet or not. I think they're going to play. I have a feeling this is going to be a roast, man, to be honest. 3-0. I know Indy played great against us, but we are injured squad, and I really was impressed with them either. So I say 3-0 Louisville.
Is this the greatest regular season team in the history of USA?
No.
You gonna stand by that Phoenix Rising team?
No.
Who you saying the?
You got the wrong one. Yes, I'm impressed by their 63 points, but another Louisville team was a lot more impressive than this. And I'm looking at the team as a whole, but another team that I kind of seen a little bit better than this was Tampa Bay. But they got beat by Louisville too. So the year we got destroyed from Tampa Bay when we played in the Eastern Conference, I seen that team better. But I know we'll forget about that one.
I don't know that Drogba-led Phoenix team that was just, better than. I'm trying to figure out who's got the most points in the regular season. I don't know. This team is just they're killing it this year. I mean, they've got one loss all year, 19 wins, one loss, six draws. One of those was FC Tulsa. I think if they play out, I think even their depth is as good as most teams in the USA. I think their depth is as good as Birmingham Legion or Rhode Island FC. I think this could quite frankly go down as the best. And remember, this team is playing fewer games than I think that Phoenix team played that sent the record. Because there's only 30 regular season games. I think that was 32 or 34 when they played. I think this is going to go down as the best regular season team in USL history.
Okay.
Until FC Tulsa next year.
Well,
all right. I think that's a good enough talk about the USL. I want to move to FC Tulsa. I want to spend a little extra time on FC Tulsa because I want to talk about FC Tulsa tonight.
Okay.
First of all,
hold up before we get to that. I did want to add this little preview here. We do talk about FC Tulsa, not just to be glamored by the players or anything like that, but we really appreciate when the players come out and say, I got to watch the video, and there's somebody that want to give us a special shout out. So I recorded this real quick, and I hope you don't mind me sharing it out.
Go for it. Tell
Hey
David.
guys, I watch the podcast every week. I do my best to tune in. I think you guys are doing great work, and we love watching and seeing what the fans are saying. Go Tulsa.
Well, Johan, thank you. Really appreciate it. I didn't want to share this to you before there, David. I know this is the first time you see that, but I really appreciate Johan, and I hope you recover from the injury that you have or reason you didn't get to play in the last game. But can't wait to see you back on. And any players I get to watch, please do me a favor. Comment, share, like. We really appreciate everything you do for us. But go ahead.
That's awesome. I don't know if you noticed over here, Josh is saying stop loving on Louisville because he couldn't make it to the podcast tonight because he had to play volleyball.
Was it volleyball or was it playing church bingo? I'm not sure which one it was.
I don't know. It is Josh. But all right, so we did have some roster movement. We signed a backup goalkeeper, emergency replacement goalkeeper, USL veteran Tyler Derrick is signed with as a short-term goalkeeper. He's got 200 appearances with Houston Dynamo, Rio Grande Valley FC, and most recently at Memphis 901. That should be a given. Him and Caleb probably have a good relationship. So brought him in to be a backup goalkeeper because if anybody didn't notice, Cole Johnson started the last game for FC Tulsa because Johan Penaranda has been dealing with a low body injury. I think we've all kind of noticed it the last few games. And Johan was playing. It seemed like he was toughing it out. And we clinched playoffs, and they're going to give him a little bit of rest. So get healthy Johan, we're going to need you in the playoffs. So I think I think we all will sacrifice him getting healthy for the playoffs for maybe 2 seed instead of the 1 seed. I know we all want the Western Conference Championship. We do. We really do. But what's more important, the regular season Western Conference Championship or trying to get that Western Conference playoff championship? I think we all would like to go farther in the playoffs. So we'll take that. Another signing was we knew how to have a new director of academy. I think our previous director of academy was former coach. Oh Jesus, I just blanked. Mario Sanchez was the previous director of academy. But I don't know if Mario's been with the team for the last couple of months. I think he said he was working out in California, maybe the LA Galaxy
Yeah, the MLS
organization. Yeah, so I think that's where his son is playing. So, but we're bringing in Rafa Rodriguez as the new director of academy. He's a Brazil, or he was born in Sao Paulo, Brazil, and I think this is another Caleb Patterson Sewell connection. He was working in the futsal leagues over there in Memphis, so he's got a pro football futsal license. CONMEBOLA.
Common Bowl.
Common Bowl license. National or U.S. Soccer National Youth License, Director of Coaching License. Looks like he's ran a lot of futsal programs. And, right now, anything that Caleb wants to do, I'm going to agree with him. Because he seems to be bringing in quality coaches, quality trainers, quality front office staff. So, trust the process. Hopefully, Rafa will get us a good academy up and running. Because I will say this, watching the Orange County Sacramento game last night, I don't want to toot their horn that much, but they've done a great job of producing youth to come up, go through the ranks, to actually star in their teams, to actually play in their teams, and to actually move on to other teams. And, that's just another revenue stream for the team. If you can take some youth, develop them, and move them on, sell them, add that little sell-on stipulation if they get moved again later on in their careers, it's just more revenue for the team. So we can start developing that. I know you've wanted a good academy system for a while.
No, I do. I really do. And also another great benefit, and nothing against Coach Mario or anything like that, but this man it's probably quadruple lingual. I know he speaks English, Spanish, Portuguese, and probably speaks French too. I'm not certain, but it's also great to have somebody that speaks, we really don't have that much communication with like the Hispanic community and their youth system here in town, and somebody that can speak Spanish and knows how to speak Spanish, to talk to them so they can kind of, feel a little bit comfortable speaking with somebody else that's they're bilingual as well. It's more helpful, and his experience with soccer, youth, futsal, it's a great another benefit for the club, and we need more of it. This community here in Tulsa is pretty big, very diverse, and all the help that we can get makes our club bigger.
So welcome to the team, Rafa Rodriguez.
Yes.
Other FC Tulsa news, Taylor Calhera was named to the USL Championship Team of the Week for week 29. You'll remember that was a game we played against Oakland where he won the ball back and basically created his own shot and put it in the back of the net to equalize against the Oakland Roots. So congratulations, Taylor Calhera. All right. So Mario, this is the nitty gritty. I wanted to get, I'm pulling up my chair, adjusting, I want to get in the nitty gritty. 4 games left. We played 26 games. What was it? We had 2 games in the U.S. Open Cup, 4 games in the do we have 2 or 3 games in the U.S. Open Cup?
I think we had 3.
I think we had 3 because it was Florida Madison, Tulsa Athletic, and Sporting KC. So we had 3 games U.S. Open Cup, 4 games in the Jägermeister Cups. So we played 37 games so far.
Wait, Sporting Kansas City? Do you not mean Phoenix Rising?
Phoenix Rising, yeah. There you go. Sorry, Phoenix Rising. Okay, so we played 33 games so far this year. arguably the best season the FC Tulsa's had since its inception, including the Tulsa Roughnecks days. What do you think has gone right for this team this year?
I think I'm going to echo what I said in the beginning of the season. We have. Well, I'm going to give you a two-part answer. One, I want to really base it on our defense. I know for years and years we've been begging for a three-back system. Kind of transforms into a four, sometimes five. But I kind of want to give it one little edge to our defense. Sissoko, Batista, Pierre, those guys are workhorses back there, and they are doing great for us. And I want to kind of give it to them. Also, Johan playing back in the goalkeeper position after having a year like he did last year helps. But there's one person, actually multiple people in the front office that I need to give some gratitude to. But to be honest, man, I think a lot of this season it's because of Sewell. His outreach for players, the players that he brought in, help coach out. I don't think it'd be possible without him. But that's my two reasonings. How about you?
So here's gonna be my next question for you. I'm
You
not
gotta-
rebuttaling this.
No, you got to give me an answer.
This is not going to be any rebuttal. Do you think this team is going to be better next year than they are this year?
I think so. And the reason for that, we were told, this team wanted to come out and make the playoffs. We exceeded that. We're in first place in the Western Conference. Next year, they're going to try to do even more, bring in some more players. I love the hustle. I love the fight in this team. But I have a feeling let's just say we got Sissoko and Batista back next season, a couple other players back, some key players added to the lineup. The league looking at Tulsa as a competitive team, not just a flyover team or a step to a bigger process. I think we are going to be a team to look out for next season. And I hope I'm not wrong.
Do you think a bigger priority this offseason will be to maintain the long-term tenure of the coaching staff and our front office staff, Caleb Patterson Sewell, that those guys, or maintain some of the team? I told you I'm going to ask you the real tough, hard questions right here.
No, go for it.
I know we love the team, but would you see, like, let's say if Danny Cruz of Louisville, if an MLS team comes knocking on his door, and decides to leave, Luke Spencer has deep Louisville ties, and they come knocking on his door, do you think it's imperative we keep our coaching staff?
Yes and no. I love our coaching staff. I love everybody there. But we should not hold back players, team members. If they can excel to go somewhere bigger and we can get a good cut off of it, we're doing our part, being in first place, having great players, having great coaching staff. As much as we want to keep them here as long as possible so we can win some trophies, I don't want to stop them from their dreams. What happens if MLS calls and says, hey, we want coach? Yeah, that's good on our part for what we've done here in Tulsa compared to they're just getting them off our books, I want that. I want all our players, our coaching staff to aspire to be something bigger. If it's not for this club, it's for themselves, But they did it. They put this club in a little bit higher bracket than they were before they started. This team is watched, even though the USL show doesn't talk about us that much until we lose. Sorry, Kaylor and you guys for that shot, but I want our team to be talked about every single week, and it's because of the coaching staff, it's because of the players. I want that. I want teams and players to be like, man, I want to go to Tulsa. I want to be the next coach or the next Calhera.
See, I'm a little opposite with you. Like, if a bigger level league comes knocking the door, I'm fine with it. I hate this whole lateral transfer to inside the USL. So if Louisville comes knocking on Luke Spencer's door, I want us to step up to the plate, say, hey, we're here trying to build something in Tulsa. We're starting on the right foot. We're doing good this year. But I'm not going to go try to make some other team in the league better from us. This is Luke, Caleb, front office building here. Now, if it's a player that's not meant for our system that we just have as a piece, yeah, I'm okay with them moving, but I don't want to see, and we just went through this with Philip Goodrum. I don't want to see Taylor Calhera going to El Paso Locomotive. I don't want to see Johan Penaranda going to Pittsburgh Riverhounds. I want to see them in Tulsa. I want to see us, and I know Josh, stop raising Louisville. They have built legitimately the best organization in the league. They've been in the league 11 years, just like us. They made the playoffs 11 years. They have a player on their team that has played 300 games for them. You look up and down their lineup from 2015 to 2025. There's no turnover hardly in the lineup every year. It's all right, this guy's retiring. We'll add a couple pieces. This guy really didn't fit the program. We'll let him go. Or we think we can upgrade over this individual. We'll let him go. He's getting a little old, and we'll let him go. And they did let Owen Dom go, so we're grateful for that. That was we looked at on that one, so love that one. But I think for FC Tulsa to become relevant long term in the USL, we can't let our guys go laterally. If they want to go to the moon, yes, we'll let them. It's like a Joshua Wander situation or Elijah Wander situation in Louisville. Those guys, went to the moon. Jonathan Gomez. But we can't be letting our guys go to Monterey Bay.
Yeah.
Guys that if they're guys that we feel that's going to be it could be a long term. He's a 22-year-old, 24-year-old player here that's got talent and could fit our system long term. We can't let him laterally move out. So, if it's up, awesome. If it's lateral, no, I want him to stay here.
Yeah, no, it's kind of like what Colorado did last year. They got rid of some of their good players, and look what they're at now. Same thing with a little bit same thing with Rhode Island. They got rid of a couple good players, and yeah,
I just don't know what's going on with Rhode Island. They didn't have a lot of turnover, and they've added, I thought, the best piece in the. So I thought James Murphy was one of the big pickups for Indy, and I thought Maxi Rodriguez was going to knock it out of the park for Rhode Island, and it just hasn't happened. So
yeah. But to get back to FC Tulsa, and also you were bringing up Louisville, there's a big difference between us and Louisville. Louisville had a lot of help with Orlando City. Their help. Oklahoma City, while they began, they had a lot of help from Sporting Kansas City. And, all these MLS teams that kind of helped out with those clubs made those clubs a little bit bigger than us. And I can admit it, we had a partnership with Chicago Fire. That was a couple trades of their younger MLS drafts. That was it. We made
the playoffs that year, though. We made the playoffs that year.
I mean, look at our squad that we had that year, though.
And that was where Corrales came from. That's where Ja'Cory Harris came. I mean, there was we got a lot of.
Where did the Bionolista come from? Yeah, kid. I mean, I can keep going with this name with these players, but it wasn't because of MLS. But it did help us out. It did realize partnerships with MLS teams are not that great. But for some clubs, they benefited. But that's beyond the point, man. But I just I don't want to hold nobody back. I don't want players to come back here to Tulsa and be like, I'm never going to advance. This is as far as I get. No, once you put that
I'm
jersey
not. I'm
on,
not. I'm not saying
I'm not saying
if
you
they're
are.
gonna if they're gonna go up, then yes, we'll let them go. But I don't want to see any lateral movement. I mean, if they're getting time, they're getting time on the field here. They're gonna fit in their. We got to get our situation here in Tulsa as an organization where we are settled. We're built, it, and that means no more front office movement, no more merch person. We need we need the organization to be solid, and I think we're going that direction. I think the Crafts have done a wonderful job. They're I wish like some of the people wouldn't have left that was front office. I think you're the same thinking the same way. But if we want to be a top tier organization where and I think that's it affects the fans a lot. If you know we're starting to build momentum at the end of the year and stuff, and young kids are like, "Oh, Owen Dan plays here." They relate with them. They love them. Kids grasp onto players and they want to see. Next year they're not there. They're like, "Oh," and then they have to rebuild.
New connection
You
with a
know,
new player.
the
I get
connection.
it. Yeah.
It's you got to. I mean, there's a reason why you see. Well, I was going to use Chelsea example, but you can't because they buy 80,000 players a year
Hey, now had to do a
and
shot.
keep going.
All right, real
That,
quick. Let me ask you a question though. Let's
go ahead.
say Louisville offers us 3 times the price for Taylor Calhera. 3 times the price. And let's just for giggles, and you know what I was about to say first, just for giggles. It's his contract, and this is just throwing a number out there, $200,000. They're willing to give us $600,000. Are you going to say no?
You're throwing out an unrealistic number.
I mean, what's our player right now? Our highest player is supposedly get paid for like 1 million. I mean,
Mm.
let's just say a player wants to give us $1 million for Calhera. A team wants to give us
I,
$1 million for Calhera. Will you say no?
inside the USL,
Inside the USL.
I don't think you'd see that happen.
Let's just say it does.
I don't think you see that happening.
I'm not asking you to be realistic. I'm asking you, would you say no? I love him, man. But if I can buy five players for the price of him, and they're gonna benefit me, hey, I'll pack your stuff myself. But and it's not that I don't want him here. It's just this league is, we gotta. We're not getting TV revenue. We're not a single entity. We are FC Tulsa. This is a club that wants to build to be best. And if we can have a player that can give us some resources that make us be a top-notch scoring team, and right now we are a good scoring team, but if you can tell me I can get a couple international players with that price, good, D2 or even a lot Mexican League kind of players on our team, not only benefits on the stadium, not in the stadium, what I mean is on the stats and also in the stadiums. Let me write the check. Let me go cash that check. I'll bring it back. But that's just me.
It would have to be a really, really enticing offer. 600,000. I don't know if I'd let him go. $1 million. Yeah, we'll talk.
Whatever. You'd be like, I'll drive you there.
No. It wouldn't be that. It would have to be. It'd have to be the right decision for the team.
Yeah.
And sometimes money is not the right decision for the team.
That's true.
You're just thinking about that. You could bring 5 duds in.
You could
bring.
That'd be wasting money.
You could bring 5 duds in. I mean, you could bring 5 Todds in. I mean,
hey, now we got plenty of water boys and concession stand people for that. But
that's one last FC Tulsa question before we move on to what happened last weekend and what's going to go on this weekend. If we could ever get our academy system lined out, which I think the last couple of years it has taken shape. I think the structure's getting implemented and it's starting to take shape. Would you want to see what Orange County does or Sacramento does or even New Mexico does, playing more youth, or Phoenix Rising does play a lot more youth and make sure they're getting minutes? Or do you want to stay with this veteran, youngest to veteran type team that we have now?
Down the road, once we get like 30 to 40 years into it, I'd love to do that. Right now, with the track record that we've had before, we got to earn fans. We got to earn every single accolade that we can before we can start thinking about, implementing youth into the roster. And the only reason I say that is because, and I got to be real, right now we need to show Tulsa, Oklahoma, United States, and sometimes the world that this town can have a winning professional team here. That I want, like, let's just an example. My son, my youngest son, he watches the team. He doesn't really remember the names. He just like, hey, I know, I seen him play. Oh, Daddy did this, and did that. I want the youth to strive for that. I want them to know the players. I want them to want to be those players. Put them in the system right now or in 5 years. I think it's going to just, and I would love to see, Christian Mata play for our team, but I don't think we're ready for it yet. I think we need to have a higher, better system, a more seasoned academy, coaching system, philosophy, starting them off just, here sooner than later is just, I think it's just going to stifle some players. And there's a lot of other academy systems here in town that are doing that. They have some coaching systems and stuff like that that's already established in the town. I just think we need to have some more accolades and more. And yet again, this is just my opinion. I just think we need to have some more time into this in the history of Tulsa.
So let me throw this idea at you for we're talking about academy-ish stuff. Wouldn't it be kind of neat if, say, FC Tulsa just, develop an academy team? You got Tulsa Athletic in town. You got the Bartlesville Buffaloes up there in Bartlesville. You got Greenwood SC here. You got Side 92 FC here. You got Oklahoma United over there in Edmond. Yeah, Oklahoma City 1889. What if a couple more teams around the state could develop a amateur side, and there's just like an Oklahoma division, say, in the league for clubs or something? Would you want to see like FC Tulsa move into something like an FC Tulsa Academy be able to move into something like that?
Oh yeah, and we kind of try to do that. We try to do it like a little bit of a partnership with forget the name of the academy system here in town. God, they were playing for the UPSL. I forget the name of them, but I would love to see that. I would love to see us even have teams go into the USL Academy, leagues as well. But I just, at this moment in time, I'm loving this veteran side team. But going to your question, yes, I would love to see us have an Oklahoma edition academy team.
Angela said Fortuna Tulsa. That was the women's side, I believe.
Yeah, it was the women's side. I'm talking about there was an academy team. God, once we get done with this, I'm gonna remember the name of them. But there was an academy team that played in the UPSL for us.
All right. Let's move on. Let's talk about what happened last Saturday.
Do we have to? Can we just talk about the goal that we scored?
Yeah, we'll talk about it. We lost 2-1 to Indy 11 in Indy. We had a bad year against Indy. I think we lost 2 games. One in the
Open Cup.
In the Jägermeister Cup, and then right here. Actually, we dominated possession of the ball, something we don't do. We had 61% of the ball. We had 19 total shots, just 2 of them on target, though. That was the problem. So we're getting chances. We created chances. We just didn't finish. So did have a lot of injuries. No Marcus Serrato, no Johan Penaranda, no Arthur Rogers. Say there's like 2 other names I'm forgetting. Michael Creek was on the injured list. There's one. I think there was 4 or 5 that was on the injury list. It's that time of year. Something that I had worried about for a while is depth, and especially backline depth. AB Suzuka was out.
Yeah,
that was the other one I wasn't thinking. So we're without AB. We're without Arthur Rogers on the back line. We're having a little bit of problem scoring. I want to say that will correct itself in time. I think we are missing Marcus Serrato more than we thought we would. So I really hope that this is all precautionary and he'll be back for the playoffs. What do you think? What did you think about? I know you. First of all, you loved the Diallo go. Boubacar Diallo scored our lone goal in the game from an Elliot Goldthorpe set piece.
Yeah, that was a beautiful set piece goal. We did not go to the watch party to watch it. We watched it at home, and I was nervous. And Andrew looked at me and said, "Why are you nervous?" I'm like, "I think, yep." GM Jersey said it for my last thing that I wanted to talk about. It was T90. That's the only one that you can think of. Yep, that's exactly the one I was talking about. The academy system, T90. Was it T90 football or futsal or T90 football?
Total 90, yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, GM Jersey. I think it was a little bit. I was wanting to see Derek as much as we chagrin about him being on the team.
We won't talk. No, we don't chagrin. We gave him a lot of stink when he was with Memphis. We did. That was one of the goalkeepers we chided the most, I think, ever.
Yeah.
Played against us. We won't go into the reasons. We did though. We let him have it.
I was gonna, like I was saying, I wish we would have seen him play out there, to get him on the field and get him see some time and minutes.
He's a good goalkeeper.
Oh yeah, he's a good goalkeeper, and I saw him being very vocal in the game. I just think that was an error that I don't think Johan and I don't think Derek would have probably made as well.
The sun was in his eyes pretty bad. It was. I hate the MAC, the Mitchell Athletic Complex that they put. I hate that stadium.
Me too. I think we could have been and seen those little black pellets every time we kind of
It's not as bad as the stadium they played in beforehand. Because it was a football field that they
Yeah,
played on
yeah.
before. And I absolutely, as much as people hate baseball stadiums, football stadium soccer pitches are worse. And you don't know what line is what on that.
Trust me, we don't play good on either of those two, so I understand. Well, but yeah, for me, it was just a bad error on that one. The second goal that we allowed in was a really ugly goal too. Yeah, I think it was it was, let's just say, both goals I thought were pretty bad. Uh, Boubacar Diallo, spoiler, I actually saw him. I think it was on Monday night at Walmart, and I was like, man, I gotta tell you, you have surpassed last year's stats for me. You are like if it was basketball, you would be the sixth man because you have done so much good in the midfield, and
He was wearing the captain's armband that game.
he deserved it. He deserved it because he was really playing really good. Um, and yeah, I know he does a lot of stuff that stats don't gather too much of, but in the midfield, he was playing pretty good. That header that he scored, I mean, that goalie was planted. He couldn't do nothing about it.
I
So,
was saying, Eric Bird, Diallo.
oh, hey, now that's
I froze your video. That got you so mad. I froze your video.
that's Judas right there. That's Judas.
Blasphemy. And if you don't know this, he's like 8 all time on games played now for FC Tulsa.
And I hope
It's
he surpassed that.
so. Yeah, I don't know what to say. That first goal was just sun was in his eyes. It was ugly. It was a free kick. I feel like that was a game that if we don't win the Western Conference in the regular season, we're not the number 1 seed. That's the game that's going to do us in. That was the game. That was a game that, we should have won, or at least drew at the very least. Not impressed a whole lot by Indy. That one hurt. That one hurt. Couple that with the first Oakland game, those 2 games hurt.
I don't know, that Miami game, that one, that one's still to me a little sour.
Well, that's when Bonfiglio was just scoring goal after goal after goal for Miami.
Yeah,
He was like tops in the Golden Boot race then. He was on a heater, and he got us that game. We still drew with him.
Yeah, and talking about
He was on a heater.
stadium too. So yeah.
Yeah. So all right, that Indy 11. I don't want to talk any more about that Indy 11 game. Let's go on to what's happening October 4th at One Oak Field. It is college and homecoming night. Saturday night, October 4th at 7 p.m. at One Oak Field. There'll be a t-shirt giveaway, and this is what I'm excited about. FC Tulsa alumni is supposed to be on hand. I don't know who it is, who's going to be there. Joaquin Rivas.
If it ain't Bradley Bourgeois, I think I'm going to be disappointed.
I hope Jorge's there. I just hope, Christian Mata, come on. Need some more bobbleheads. I'm just excited to see who they get to bring back. Juan Pablo. I would love to see Juan Pablo back in the stadium. That we all love Juan Pablo.
What about Ian Svensson? Him now
Seven Tesson.
Yes, sorry I butchered that name, but at least this time, if he does a 918 leap, it ain't gonna be that big of a barrier for him to climb over. I mean, he could probably put his foot over this one, but yeah, I'm excited about that. But before those, there's something big that's happening that day as well. I'm gonna pull it up real quick. 83 United is going to be having a chili cook-off tailgate at 4:30, and I think there might be a slot. I'm not sure. You might have to message them on 83 United on any social media that they're on. If you want to enter their chili cook-off, they're going to be having a taste testing for it, fun prizes and stuff like that. The food, I think the chili is going to be somebody's going to be contest awarding somebody for the best chili cook-off that day. Like always, 83 United will be having food and drinks. Unfortunately, the food and drinks is for members. So if you really want to be into 83 United to enjoy those benefits, please do me a favor, go and purchase their membership. I think it's like $10. You get a lot of rewards like food and drinks, and also be a part of their discords and stuff like that. But go and check it out, please, before the game. It's going to be a fun time. But yeah.
But free T-shirt. It's going to be like they're embracing the Scissor Tails nickname. The team is finally embracing the Scissor Tails nickname. Sorry, Shadow Wolf, we're not the Doves. We're not the Doves. We are the Scissor Tails. Why we are the Scissor Tails? Because that is the Oklahoma State bird. That is a much beautiful bird compared to the Doves. So it's gonna have some sort of like it's gonna be like a college themed T-shirt. I think it's a gray shirt. It says Scissor Tails on. It's got a Scissor Tail mascot on there. So first 1,000 people through the gates get a free T-shirt. So man, I know this time of year it sucks because OU football is going on. Come on, Tulsa. Come support FC Tulsa. We need it. We're in first place. We need to fill out One Oak a little bit more. Show the FO that we're just as much wanting this as they are.
Oh, yeah.
We do. Yeah, we're taking on, I guess we should say who we're taking. We're taking on Lexington SC, who Lexington right now is in the playoff hunt after a very slow start. Let's see. They are 6th in the standings at 35 points. There's going to be a familiar name in that lineup. His name is Marcus Epps. I know we all love Marcus Epps. One of those we wish would stuck around, but he's not here. He moved on to Lexington. Another former FC Tulsa player, Milo Yosef, is on the team, but I think he's still injured. I don't know if he's been playing.
There's one more player. There's one more FC Tulsa connection. Are you forgetting his name? A little Blaine Ferry.
Blaine Ferry, yes, Blaine. Good old Blaine Ferry. I don't know if Elliot Goldorf's going to be able to play in this game because I don't know the loan situation. He is a loanee from Lexington SC. So Elliot Goldthorpe might not be available for selection due to that. I don't know. I do not know the status of the loan contract situation. So we could be without Elliot. Good news, Khalil El-Medkar was back in the lineup last game against Indy. It's good to see him back on the field. We've been if Elliot's not able to play, I think Khalil will be able to pick up those minutes for him. All right, so here's what I know about Lexington. Very quick. Corey Burke is a monster in the middle. They've just brought in Latif Blessing. Huge name get for them. Former MLS player, very tough. I'm not sold on their back line. They're going to be without Daniel Wu, who was playing on their back line. He picked up a red card for violent conduct in the last game. He will not be available for selection. We all know what Marcus can do on the wing. Blaine Ferry, former FC Tulsa player, he's been playing in the midfield. He's been really, really good. Pickup for them. He's been, from what I've seen out of Blaine Ferry, he's been getting forward a lot more than he did in his Tulsa days. So that's something we're going to watch out for. Forster Ajago, another really good pickup, midseason pickup. He can get forward a lot. He we can't take Lexington lightly. They're gonna come at us. They're gonna attack us. They like possession. They got something to prove. They got a chip on their shoulder. They, whatever you want to say, that they're the little brother to Louisville and Kentucky. They're trying to play like they're not. So something we can't take lightly. In goal, they have Brooks Thompson, who is a solid goalkeeper. I want to say he was playing in League One last year for Spokane, I think. And they also have Logan Ketterer in goal, USL vet, who was playing up in Montreal Impact in MLS last year and came back down to play in USL this year. We all know Sam Doer. He is pretty much the same role that he was here for FC Tulsa for Lexington. So if you remember the teams that Sam Doer is building here in Tulsa, it's kind of what he's building up there in Lexington. A quick wing attacking base team. So I think we got to watch out for their speed, and they're going to attack. But if FC Tulsa plays FC Tulsa football, where we muddy up the game, dirty up the game, slow down the possession, I think we'll be fine.
Yeah, and it's also a home match, and I think they do really good when they play home. That's weird. It's like deja vu. It's night and day from last year. We play good at home, and we do play good away as well. But I'm hoping that we can actually stop. Also another person, another Tulsa connection, Jim Tyndall. I hope you get to come to Tulsa. Can't wait to see you again, bud. But yeah, I just hope we can actually start off scoring a couple goals, kind of then play more counterattacking. But I know the coach likes a lot of the other team to control the ball and for us to kind of slow down the game a little bit and control the midfield, have a good balanced defense, and have Calero or some attacker to score a couple goals. But one thing that I do want to see more of is just more goals in the game for us. Lexington has scored a goal every single game that they played for the last 5 games. So that's one thing that we need to make sure that we get a couple goals in this game. But other than that, I'm just excited about seeing a good match at home and hopefully see another victory.
I want to see Lucas Stauffer have a big game if he starts. He was a Lexington player, got released. He asked for his release and then he signed for us. So I want to see Lucas have a big game. All right, we're running a little long in the tooth today because we don't have Josh here. So, but yeah, 7:00, One Oak Field. It's what are they calling it? Homecoming night. So get out, see some of the former FC Tulsa players. Let's fill up One Oak. Yeah. So, all right, I know you have some local stuff you want to talk about.
Oh yeah, there's a couple local things that I want to talk about. Give me a second, and I can bring it up here shortly. But I think I already have one of them here, so I can post. Local Tulsa Athletics are still playing in the Open Cup qualification. They're going to be playing against Denton Diablos. I forgot what year they played them for the NPSL championship. Was that 2023?
I think it was 22.
2022? Yeah, it probably was. They're going to be playing at Hicks Park. I think it's matches Saturday, October 11th. I know we're going to probably talk about this next week, but we playing at 7 p.m. at Hicks Field. I think this will be the first time Denton Diablos ever come up here to Tulsa. So that'll be pretty cool to watch.
2021.
Oh, was it 2021? Okay.
Yep.
But yeah, there's that news. But then the most important news that I do really want to talk about. Sorry, I'm bringing it up on a text message. Our good buddy Kyle from Tulsa FC sent me a message earlier telling me we have some great news. Tulsa FC, the women's team, is going to be partnered with Ascension St. John's Sportsplex. They'll be handling their tickets and helping out with operations and continue to grow and invest for the team. So that's going to be great news. I'm really excited about that. having Tulsa FC and Ascension St. John's combining efforts to help both teams out. That's going to be wonderful for me. They are going to be at the November first game at attendance, and they're going to probably be on a couple of jumbotrons as well, and also probably walking out a couple players for the game. So, that's. I know earlier we were talking about academy systems and youth teams, but having a women's team connected with ours, it just for me it makes me super happy. It builds up the club. Younger girls like my daughter and younger and older, they can see aspiring players like that, and then for themselves inspire to be a part of FC Tulsa / Tulsa FC system for the future. What do you think about that?
Sounds awesome. Sounds awesome.
Great. Well,
We have one other little bit of news. I'm gonna flash this real quick. Oh, and there you go. You everybody missed it.
What was it?
Oh, there it is.
Oh, you gotta look at this. Now I gotta give props to Kevin Claxton. This man is AI king for multiple reasons. Well, a couple of them that we won't go online and talk about, but
really. Carlos.
Sheesh. October 11th, we are going to be actually hosting our tailgate, our last one of the season. Hopefully not last. Hopefully another playoff one we can host. But for the regular season, we're going to be doing some free food, free drinks. We're going to be having a luchador mask contest. I will be wearing a luchador mask, but I'm not going to be in the contest. There's going to be a couple good prizes for it. We're going to have some free alcoholic drinks. Also, we're going to have some drinks for kids. Do my favor, come out, come support. That day is going to be a big match day as well. We're going to start at 5. Like I said, we're going to have some carne asada. Anybody ever been to a 918 Brigade tailgate knows how legendary it is and how packed and how busy and how amazing it is. We're going to try to bring a couple soccer balls, some soccer goals, have some fun. Please do me a favor, come out. If you want to be a part, you want to, come bring your own grill, come out. Do me a favor, shoot us a message on our social media accounts, on 918 Brigade on Twitter, Facebook. Anything that we have, anything out. But also send me a private message on here on the YouTube page. We'd love to have you out. One thing that we're doing this for is for Tulsa. So here in next season, we're going to be having a new little scripture in Latin that's going to say for club and for city. And the city is Tulsa. The club is FC Tulsa. So do me a favor, come out, enjoy. I know you can't see it because the local news is splashing under it, but drink at your own risk. But we're going to have fun. Come out and enjoy. I'm sorry. My bad.
Mario's like muting me. All right. Hey, there we go. Anyways, all right. One last little bit. I want to give a shout out to my son's team. 4-0 in the division. We picked up a good 10-1 win against Collinsville last Saturday. The first goal we've given up in 6 games. So, dang it. The clean sheets are done for a while. So, got a big game against Guida.
You're forgetting the most important part of this game.
We had some new free kicks. It was pretty awesome.
Yeah. Come on, brag, Dad, brag.
My boy got another goal. He's got 2 on the year. So
I'm
proud of him. He's not a goal scorer. He's a midfielder. So it's not all about goals for him. So
not yet, anyways.
All right. Let's go to this right here. Mario, start us off. Come on, hot take.
Oh man, to be honest, I'm pulling a Josh tonight. I don't have any hot takes. But if I do gotta give one out, man, have you heard anything from that team and the other side of Oklahoma in a couple months now? I haven't. I mean, I see
I did.
over and over again.
They got another big member of their ownership group. I think it's I forgot which Native American tribe it is, but they're part of the ownership group now, which is a pretty big deal. I think they put a shovel in the ground, and I know they got a flag somewhere that says OKC for soccer somewhere.
On the
I'm
land.
more interested. I'm more interested when the Olympics get there. I'm looking for my Olympic tickets. I will be watching some canoeing or whatever they can do in the whitewater. I'm excited about the Olympics coming to Oklahoma City. So,
Yeah,
yay! So I don't 2027, 2028. I don't know. Anyways, all right. Yeah, I do have a hot take for you. Do you want to be the number 1 seed in the West?
yes, I do. And I know there's a little bit of a curse sometimes when you're number one. The first teams always get beat somehow in the Western Conference, especially. But I do. I actually do because, it'll be a milestone. We've gone from 8th place to 11th to 10th to, being luckily 7th. I want that for history. I want our team to show, this is a good year, for us to have this. We could Oklahoma City can never say we were first in the Western Conference. They might have done it through the season and maybe been first and whatnot, but to be Western Conference first team, that's a great, inspiring thing to do. Hopefully we can win it all and have another thing that we can put on our banners. But this season's amazing. What about you?
I would rather us win the Western Conference finals.
I get it.
And there goes the Red Sox. Just gonna let you know that.
You're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me.
All right. Last but not least, going into the off season, if there was one player that you could poach from any other team in the league, who would it be? That would fit into this team right here, right now.
That's hard. It can't be a defender. It's definitely not a goalkeeper. I would love a forward. Oh man, but I want to say a midfielder, to be honest, but I don't know who. I don't want to take none of them out of there. I want some depth, to be honest, on some parts, but another attacking, seasoned striker would be great. Too many of the options. Oh, God, you're gonna make me guess. How about you give me your answer? I'll give you an answer here shortly.
Jack Gurr.
Jack Gurr.
That's my answer.
Why?
Just watch him play. Sacramento Republic, Jack Gurr. That guy up the right side. He's got, for one thing, he's got a motor that doesn't quit. And his deliveries into the box from that right wing back position, just absolutely great. Tough as nails. He's a great defender. Yeah, Jack Gurr. And if you watched that Orange County Sacramento game Wednesday night, he was the difference.
Okay. Well, if I had to pick somebody, and I would love to have
Or it'd be
somebody.
it'd be Christian Pirano from Sacramento. I've always thought that guy was just a thorn in everybody's side.
So I got two players. One, I would like to see Russell Cicerone come up.
Yeah, we're going to Sacramento and picking shit off the shelf, aren't we?
Oh yeah, one, and then another person that I would like to see because he's not doing that great for Birmingham. I think Ronaldo Damas come to Tulsa. That would be best for me. Him and Taylor Calhera up top, man. I think we would be scoring some goals.
That would be good. I like that. The thing is with Damas, he's on loan to Birmingham, but they have an option to buy him at the end of the year. So
Just skip it. Just let us buy him. Just let us buy him.
no Danny Trejo for you?
No, he had a chance.
A couple years too late, huh?
Yeah, a couple years too late.
Cal Jennings would be another good pickup if we're picking stuff off the shelf.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. That's all I got for you. We've been doing this for
9:45, man.
I know, right?
For all you viewers that were watching all this craziness from me and David and without Josh, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. If you have any comments, anybody that you want to have on, if you want to be on, do me a favor, message us. We have a Twitter page, a Facebook page. By now we should have a MySpace account somewhere. You see us, come message us, come talk to us. We don't bite. Josh does a little bit, so be careful. Come out to the games. Our number one thing that we always harp on: come out to the games, come and support, come sit in section 115, come sit in the front. As a matter of fact, I'll let you sit in my spot. I'll sit a couple seats behind you. I'll let anybody come sit in my spots. And
first of all, he doesn't sit; he stands the whole game.
I stand. That's what I'm saying. Hey, they don't need to know that. But come out, come support. The team will love it. We will love it. More voices. The team will know how dedicated we are. We've been there since the beginning, and we're never going to stop. But really appreciate y'all watching this. Like I said before, please share this, like it, recommend it to another FC Tulsa fan. If you have any comments, like JM Jersey has said on here, and also Josh, do me a favor, leave them out there on our comment section. David, thank you so much for taking some time out and being on the podcast. I hate your Yankees. But my favorite part of the podcast, Vamos Tulsa.
Vamos Tulsa.
I caught the Glock, mama oldest acting like he grown. Now peep the logic. I got a heap of problems. A mathematician, you see, I gotta keep it honest. I'm past offensive. From my childhood, I force you to forfeit. Turn snitch across over source work for corporate. The hardship is not marked for fake artists barking. The artsy astrologist, a start to your rocket ship. Soon as I change styles, the moment that y'all pocket it. And prophets' eyes prophesize giant size dollar clips for blessings. There ain't no way contest it for us outsiders charging 20 G's a session.
Forward and I can't go back. Lessons that I went through, put some questions on my mental. Forward and I can't go back. The stress that I've been through, I left that in the rear view. Forward and I can't go back. Lessons that I went through, put some questions on my mental. Forward and I can't go back. The stress that I've been through, I left that in the rear view.
Outsiders in